Hey, we good? All right, camera's rolling. Sometimes people don't understand how much of a sacrifice the creative process is. I'm at a point now where it's like, we will stop cars. Yeah. How you doing, sir? We will stop cars for the cause. We will. And I think the beauty of this project was nothing that I envisioned turned out exactly the way that it was supposed to be. And that's the beauty of art. This is too nice. My name is Kia Dunago. I am a multimedia artist and musician. I'm a creative director, so I use a lot of film, photography, digital art, and I kind of blend it all in one. Got back to the spot, Baldwin Hills. Baldwin Hills is looking like that's the one right there. I feel like as a black man now, stepping into my manhood, it was always important to me to kind of reflect on my childhood, with the racial trauma that I had to go through. I had to figure out a lot of stuff by myself. I wanted this project to be a collective effort. I wanted to put myself in a position for the first time to where I could specialize in everything that I'm expert at and then have experts around me. Exactly.
So right now, first is the...
November, I reached out to one of my supervising photographers.
I get a DM. He's like, hey, I have something new. We met up, talked about everything.
We had a 2-month span. So in that 2-month span, we had 2 to 3 weekends because Thanksgiving break happened and winter break happened. And then it's like, okay, now when we go out there, it's game day. First things first, we're just gonna go up the incline. We're just gonna get it started. Today's gonna be very, very interactive. I knew me getting more vulnerable and more truthful to my experience and to my black boyhood would allow other black males and even black boys in this present time to be able to find themselves in it as well.
Black boy number 2 was called Heat Check, and at first I didn't feel like I could really do it. Like, Black boy number 2 has more of like a gangster sort of thuggish profile, and like I went to a private school my whole life, grew up in the suburbs, like that wasn't really me.
So it's like that mindset of just like, it doesn't really matter what happens because I wasn't expecting to be here too long anyways. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what we're trying to capture, and like that alter ego of like...
The more he explained it to me, the more I realized I actually did fit the role.
So almost think of something in your past that like makes you uncomfortable and try to like...
And the more I realized that it was still part of my experience as being a young black man. Both of those characters, they spoke to me on a personal level, and I hope that it does the same for a lot of people who see it later, you know?
I think the biggest thing about my boyhood was trial and error, trials and tribulations. So it was all about adapting. It was all about improvising creatively.
That running scene in the film where I'm running up the hill and kind of like looking back over my shoulder like somebody's chasing me. We didn't really think about how we were gonna shoot it, so we really had to improvise. Rich had to use his Tesla and get in the trunk of it. So Kia was driving the Tesla up the hill while Rich was like crammed in the trunk, like getting the shot.
It's in park, put it in drive. It's in park, isn't it?
It told me except rest and drive.
I think every day had a little sense of, there was something different about every day.
We out here getting the whole entire production for this dude named Jerron Smith.
Well, I just saw the cop on the bike first. I was like, bro, no way.
Yeah. That's how I'm like, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I thought he was gonna be like, bro, you can't.
There was a new challenge every day.
I'm giving it. I gave him 3 strikes. It was a sequence where 5 cars came in and we was just kind of sitting ducks. We will stop y'all. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Baldwin Hills though.
New things to celebrate every day.
That was even another thing too, where it's like, if we don't finish now, I can't get a definite yes from my whole entire team that we have another date that we can do. That's a wrap. Next thing that I have is the music side of things. So it's just gonna be straight studio sessions with finals week. It's gonna be interesting, but we're gonna get it done nonetheless, man. These things I've seen are major. To me, this lifestyle is danger. Yeah, boy. Talk to me. Let's hear it.
With other artists I've worked before in other like groups and bands, they kind of when they approach me, they're like, "Yo, like, you want to do it? All right, cool." And then when we get in the studio, "Oh no, let's do that." We don't even meet before the session, so it's kind of like we're taking half the session to plan. But just reading like Kia's message, he sent this like long message and had a document of like the due dates, the deadlines, what he wanted me to specifically be doing. In that moment, I was just the sound engineer.
Same old thing. Do they want you because of your presence? Or do they like the way your tennis chain hangs?
I really love what I'm doing right now with recording arts. I'm going into like audio engineering, producing, sound design for films.
Yeah, let's do it. Didn't ask for pain, we live in life. I got soldiers that walk to the light.
We did like 5 sessions back to back.
Just some black boys walking through life.
To record like 5 songs for the EP, and they sounded really good.
On the block and they always watching. You can see it right plain on their face. They appreciate nothing about you, but they'll appreciate some brand new breasts. Oh, nah, yeah, we in there. The multi-genre artist that I'm trying to be, he understands the sound that I'm trying to go for. Was an ode to black boyhood.
Black power. Is that what you were saying? Okay.
We finished recording his vocals, and I'm ready to like go and mix. So I started again rough mixing, and I'm like, Kia, like here I'm sending you the stuff. This is the rough mixes, and then he doesn't respond for like a day. I'm like, all right, maybe he's just taking his time, and then he texts me like a day later, like, yo, we gotta meet.
It was really just a point in time where I was misled. So I worked with someone who had the ability to mislead me and to leave out vital information that we needed beat licensings, that he didn't actually create the beats. So I initially found out through me just being on YouTube and doing some research on just what I wanted my sound to be. I searched for Brent Fies type beat, which I was just trying to study his sound. And the first beat that I clicked was our second track, Key Check. That was where I instantaneously knew, like, okay, I've been misled and I'm pissed off, most importantly.
And I was like, no way. That's basically the EP. Like that's all the songs.
I'm the one that has to go back to my team and tell them as to why we couldn't have music on our film soundtrack anymore. All the time that we took curating the art and film based off of the music that we wanted to create can't come out. Certain vocalists and features that I wanted on the project couldn't happen anymore. Certain songs that we really liked as a team couldn't come out anymore.
If I got a little bit emotional about anything, it was about Gabe, because I saw him put so much work into everything and spend so much hours, and that was just thin air.
And when it didn't work out, I went back to the Sacred Heart Chapel and was like, bro, like what? Like, is this what it's supposed to be like? You know? The more that like we kept just cracking at it, keep working at it, the more I felt like this perseverance was a message from God saying, just keep going, because no matter what changes courses or not, the end goal is still the same. And it's here to test your iron.
Failure isn't bad. It's a learning moment. It's a time where you actually learn the most. And once I tightened up and I realized that me and Gabe, we just got straight to co-producing the EP. I couldn't have been happier that it happened that way, because the way that the production came, when it came out of our own intent and our own creative outlook, we created something way more beautiful and something way more tied to the vision as a whole. We didn't realize it because of how united we were, but we faced a lot of adversity. In the city, I'm more low-key, watching my step, don't always go. I mean, keeping my faith in God was my anchor. Everything you visualize in the beginning is never your end product. It's always something 10 times better.
So I had seen pretty much all the artwork up until the showcase. Cool, but seeing it in person on that display was like a different world, and that really made me feel like, okay, this is something. The team, like even me, David, Ramon, we're like asking each other to explain the pieces to each other because we weren't necessarily present for everybody's shoot. So I got to learn about the behind the scenes, the actual like thought that went into, you know, David's art piece, Ramon's art piece. Is it Ramon or Roman? Am I tripping? I think it might be Roman. Yo, I'm tripping, bro. That was a cool moment because we got to like really take ownership of the project.
I think a lot of us can recognize that growing up, resources on how to confront what you're going through wasn't really accessible for a lot of us. Just evaluating what my environment lacked, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be everything that my city wasn't for me. You have to get a little bit dirty to recognize and to appreciate being clean.
Struggle is evident. You need that pain to bring life, to bring something new into the world.
If you feel like you have something valuable, but you haven't been able to bring it to life, reach out to somebody who you feel just in your gut, in your heart, would understand what you're trying to bring to life.
Do it. Do it. You can think about it all you want, but as long as you don't do it, then that's gonna stay in your mind. And if you don't do it, then either somebody else is gonna do it, or the world's never gonna be able to see that wonderful idea which God could have put in your head.
To be scared should be every sign to you that this is your time to start. You could never be scared of something that's comfortable. Don't wait for anybody to tell you when the right time is. You ultimately are scared because you know it's the right time. You just don't want to do it. So recognize that and get over that hill.
I think this is something that I learned as of recently. It's to remember to breathe. I think a lot of the time we tend to keep on pushing ourselves to our limits, keep pushing ourselves to keep on going. But we never take the time to appreciate the moment and just breathe and take in what we're around. If we didn't breathe, if Kia didn't breathe, if none of the team remembered how to breathe, I don't think we'd be here. If you're really trying to move forward with your creativity and get that out there, just keep working on it, keep trying new things, keep exploring, because someone in the world will recognize that, and that's when you'll get lucky. And so just keep working, keep at it, and breathe through all of it. Don't hold your breath.